We are getting our show rolling with Tim Biggam of Buy Alerts. Tim, what are your 3 to watch in the market?
First and foremost, Angie, the Fed, probably no rate decision at all, more kind of what they'll talk about as far as going forward. So virtually zero odds of a rate cut at this meeting. And the odds at the July meeting have dropped to about 50-50 for a rate cut. Only a month ago, they were around 80%. So be interesting to see what happens with the Fed, and post the Fed meeting, what happens with the market here. Also, inflation numbers, the final one coming out, CPI. Will that give the Fed even further reason to pause going forward? And then finally, the big rotation back into NASDAQ out of the Russell here. We saw the Russell really almost catch up to the NASDAQ and S&P, but over the past week, we've seen it reverse sharply here as the big cap tech stocks lead the way here. Certainly, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Apple, all $3 trillion stocks, comprise over 20% of the S&P 500. So those are running the show for the time being. We'll see if that continues or not.
So true. What's your trade of the day?
Looking at Nvidia, which briefly took over number 2 in the S&P, passing Apple. That has been reversed with the big rally back in Apple here, but I think Nvidia due for a stall out, at least going forward. We've had the 10-for-1 stock splits. We have seen the stock get overbought technically as well. So I'm just going out to traditional June options, selling out of the money 127 call, buying the 129 for protection, getting about 50 cents. So like that kind of 33% risk to return trade-off possibility, and give myself about a 5.5 point further upside here. So not certainly jumping in and shorting Nvidia, but will be cautiously bearish on a big further rally here now that Nvidia is starting to slow down.
Thank you, Tim.
Anytime, Ange. Take care.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.